far. Swings at the first pitch, grounds it to first. Underhand toss to Peterson, covering from Alonso. And the Dodgers go quietly in the top of the first inning. 1, 2, 3. Half inning done here in New York. It's the Dodgers nothing, and the Mets. First pitch, grounds it to first. Underhand toss. James Paxton on top of the hill right now for the Dodgers. Bottom of the first, no score. Switch inning, shortstop Francisco Lindor leads off for the Mets. Pete Alonso on deck. Lindor batting right-handed. And he takes a strike from Paxton. Yesterday, Lindor trying to bunt. Hurt his left index finger. So not on the throwing hand, but on his glove hand, and with the bat, it'd be on his bottom hand, the pull hand. We weren't sure he'd be able to go today, but he's out there. Here's the 1-1. And there's a fastball just off the plate outside. 1 ball and 1 strike goes to 2-1 to Lindor, 210 hitter. Which, when you think of Francisco Lindor, you think more of him as a 310 hitter. But he's hitting well below what we've seen him do in the previous seasons. Count goes to 3-1 to Lindor. As Paxton gets ready to deal the 3-1 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and hit well to left. Going back on it is Miguel Vargas. He's at the track. He reaches up and makes the catch in front of the wall. A long out, but an out nonetheless, and there's 1 down.
It was interesting to watch as the game started here in the bottom of the first inning. Both Vargas in left and Pages in center. They each lined up exactly where their dead center point is. In other words, for right-handed batters, what's straight away? And they were kicking some grass, and I see Vargas marking off right now, striding 4 paces towards the foul line. So they have a starting point, and then they adjust.
Pete Alonso, first baseman, right-handed batter. He takes ball 1. Alonso at 231, 12 home runs. Swings, hits a foul ball back into the seats in front of us.
So by marking a spot, and infielders do the same thing. Now, where's your neutral spot? And then the scorer may be seeing the defensive chart may say, okay, 3 strides to pull.
Pitch on the inside edge for a strike, 1-2. And now he's moving back. Vargas is.
Yep. And Hernandez moves back deeper at third base. The bunt situation taken away.
1-2, chopped foul at the plate.
Although I don't think you're going to be seeing Alonso bunt a lot, and if he does, you might welcome it because it takes away the power threat.
Nobody's bunted a home run that I can remember.
Nope.
I've seen a bunt double, that's about it.
Yeah.
1-2 to Alonso. And Paxton kicks and fires. Check swing. Oh, did he get him on the hand? Looked like he might have got it on the right hand.
Well,
they're going to give him
the
first
Dodgers
base.
may check this out and say, wait a minute, was that not a check swing? Was it an attempt to hit the ball? And the ball, your hands are considered part of the bat if you make an offer to hit the pitch.
Well, he started to move the bat into the hitting zone. I think the Dodgers are going to have something to say about this, perhaps, if they want. Meantime, Alonso going down to first base.
And it's the right hand, the top hand, for a right-handed hitter. And they're looking at the knuckle, the middle finger. Well, that's basically, that's a hitter putting yourself into harm's way with a check swing.
Looking at that middle finger, as you mentioned, on the right hand, that's certainly something the Mets hope doesn't affect them. Alonso, he's coming out. This is what the Mets fear is losing a guy like Pete Alonso right now. They're struggling enough as a team, but
I cringe every time I see a hitter get hit on the hand because I've said before, you've got the soft tissue of the hand. Oh, there's bones in there. But then you've got the bat, and when you squeeze the baseball going 90-some miles an hour, injuries and many severe injuries take place.
Brett Beatty, who played third base yesterday, is one of the two third basemen they continue to develop here in New York. He may have to be the first baseman. Just looking at what they've got on the bench, he may be their only option that can back up Alonso.
That's the first hit batter that Paxton has plunked this year.
A runner at first and one out for J.D. Martinez. J.D. fouls one back to the screen. 0-1. J.D. at 275, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in. A chance to chat with him briefly today. He's happy to be with the Mets. 0-1, that pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. A guy in his situation, he's an aging player who can still hit. He's a man without a position other than designated hitter, so he's a guy that might bounce around for the remainder of his career. He understands that. Swings, fouls another pitch back. He was with a 1-year deal with the Dodgers last year. Now, short-term deal with the Mets this year. But the guy can still hit. He does own a glove, in case anybody's interested. But he doesn't need to use it.
Lightly used.
1-2 pitch to J.D. And it's a fastball up and in.
He came close to turning into that ball. I mentioned the pregame show that for James Paxton, he's had a lot of success elevating the fastballs to right-handed.
2-2. That is just low and outside. And full count, 3-2. And of all the matchups you could look at against Paxton, Martinez might be the most concerning. J.D. is 10 for 22, hitting .455 against Paxton with 2 home runs. Payoff pitch from the lefty. He struck him out, caught enough of the corner with a fastball, and Martinez watched it. First strikeout of the afternoon for James Paxton, and there are 2 gone.
Yeah, the Mets have been victims of a lot of punch-outs in each of the first 2 games of this series. There's both of those taking place yesterday with a doubleheader.
Mark Vientos, young third baseman. I think 2 starts out of the 3 games at third in this series. Right-handed batter swings, hits a ground ball to Rojas, takes his time, goes the short way to Mookie Betts. They force Beatty at second, and that is the bottom of the first. We go to the second inning. It's the For the Dodgers, followed by Teoscar Hernandez and Andy Pages facing David Peterson. Defensive change for the Mets. Vientos has gone from third to first, and Beatty goes into third base after Pete Alonso was struck on the left middle finger and has left the ball game. First pitch into Will is a ball, 1-0. Next off for a cut and a miss. Will hitting .287, 7 home runs. Will's first at bat of the night game yesterday. He hit one out to left for his 7th home run of the season. Got the scoring going. 1-1 pitch. That's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike to Will. David Peterson. He's got something in common with you, Mo.
Left-handed.
Yeah, aside from that. There's a swing and a drive. Deep to left field. Way back it goes. It is gone. Will Smith. A solo homer to get it going here in the second inning. 1-0 Dodgers. Home run number 8 for Will. As Smith rounds the bases and starts things off for the Dodgers well in the second inning.
For Smith, he homered in his first at-bat in the nightcap yesterday. And with that trip around the diamond, another stop by friends at Daniel's Jewelers. Any of the locations, just walk in and say home run for your free team bracelet, along with a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniel's Jewelers, own the dream.
And that ball was mashed. It almost went into the upper deck. It's a 400-foot home run to left field. And then Teoscar Hernandez fouls one off. So Teoscar with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. That was one of those towering, majestic fly balls that...
The only question was which row.
Right. It came down under the facing of the upper deck where the electronic ads are. It almost hit that. It came underneath. That's a long home run here. 2 balls, 1 strike to Teoscar. Right-handed batter waits. Peterson deals. And he misses up and away. 2 balls, 1 strike goes to 3-1. I was going to say about Peterson, you know, like you, yes, he's left-handed. It's a great observation, by the way.
Hey, I'm on top of it.
There's a ground ball to short. Lindor's got it. He went a couple of steps to his right to grab it. Now throws on to first to Vientos. And Hernandez is out, 6-3. But he does everything left-handed, but he plays golf right-handed, like you do.
Yeah. We were having a discussion with Keith Hernandez earlier today, who was just saying he was a fabulous first baseman and hitter, an MVP award winner with the Mets, now one of their broadcasters. He was telling us the stories that playing golf right-handed. He said as a kid, his dad would not allow him to play wiffle ball hitting left-handed. He had to hit wiffle ball right-handed.
Right-handed only in wiffle ball, but baseball lefty.
Yes.
1-0 pitch, and Pages takes ball. 2 balls, no strikes to Andy. Top of the second, brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
We were talking about golf. He says, my dad told me not to play golf because it would mess up my batting swing.
He was telling us about second baseman Jeff McNeil, who's a scratch golfer, and he plays just about every day. So he's got the golf swing going in the morning and the baseball swing in the evening.
But he's mixing in the golf swing in the evening now, too, occasionally.
Occasionally, yeah. 2-1. Pages cuts and misses at a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the golf swing is a totally different swing. 2-2, low one hit.
One thing nice about the golf swing, you don't have guys standing in the fairway with gloves.
It's still challenging, though. 3-2. And a bouncing ball over the mound left side. Charging is the shortstop Lindor. On the run, he makes the throw. And it's there in time to retire Pages. 2 gone. Kike Hernandez will be up next. Kike under 200 now, 193. Keith Hernandez, one of the fun media personalities here in New York. Kike, who takes a strike.
He sent me a text a couple of days ago. So I'll see you at the ballpark. He told me once at first base, he goes, you know you love coming down to first base and we have a chance to chat. And I said, are you kidding? You're an incentive to hit a double.
Swinging a foul ball back here. And a few rows below us, a guy holding a baby caught it with his left hand. And the baby's still in the right hand. Nice job, Dad.
That may be the play of the day right there.
Kike hits the ball to right field. This ball is going to bounce in front of Starling Marte. It's an opposite field single for Kike Hernandez with 2 outs in the top of the second inning. He's got a Pete Alonso game jersey on, the dad that caught the foul ball. So now there's probably 2 guys with Alonso jerseys on with a sore hand. Mom was there with the cell phone. She got all the photos. So here's Miguel Rojas, the shortstop. Yesterday played second base, played a good second base yesterday. Very strong infielder. Mookie Betts playing second base today. Dave Roberts saying it's more of a load management thing. It was suggested to him, that wasn't his quote, it was suggested to, actually David Vassay suggested, is this a load management thing, he asked him. And he said, yeah, that's what it is. We're moving him over to the other side of the infield.
Yeah. And as soon as someone explains to us what load management means...
Well, frankly, I mean...
It's a nice way of saying, no, he's playing second base today.
I think they anticipate a lot of ground balls to the left side today with Paxton pitching, so give Mookie an easier day on the right side of the infield. But you never know. 1-1 pitch. And this one's shot to right field. That's down the line. That's going to roll to the corner. Around second is Hernandez. Kike will stop at third base. And in with a double is Miguel Rojas. His second double in as many days. And the Dodgers still with some work to do here with 2 outs.
And what we are beginning to see now on this road trip, even though the Dodgers dropped that series in Cincinnati, we're beginning now to see the 7, 8, and 9 hitters in this Dodger lineup starting to contribute offensively and put the ball into play more often.
And Miguel Vargas will make his way to home plate. Meantime, Tomas Nido, the catcher, goes out and has a word with the pitcher, David Peterson, in the consultation on the mound. Brought to you by Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION, because everyone deserves justice. Vargas with 2 men in scoring position, 2 out. Pitch from Peterson. Inside corner, a slider for a called strike. And Peterson in his debut in 2024, back from hip surgery. 0-1 pitch. And Vargas fouls it back off to our right just a little bit. Nothing in 2 to Vargas. Game 2, Vargas homered in the 6th inning. He hit a line shot over the fence in the left field corner. Swings and fouls it off to the right again. Still 0-2 to Vargas. La Habana in Cuba. And now an American citizen. Got his citizenship last month. Kike leads at third base. Rojas over at second. Big lead there. And the pitch, and Rojas clubs it down to the corner. It's hooking foul. Well, they got a slider on the inner half. He dropped the bat head down, but just hooked it. No balls, 2 strikes still to Miguel Vargas. David Peterson's pitch. That's inside. It backs him up.
Peterson, pretty good velocity. That's at 95 on that fastball. He reached 96 in the first inning.
Dodgers scoring first on the home run by Will Smith for the 2nd consecutive game. Dodgers, a major league best, 26-3 when they score first. This ball's fouled back just below us again. The dad had a chance to catch another one. But I think that was Ed Cranepool in front of him who made the grab. One ball, 2 strikes to Miguel Vargas. Larner's lead, 2nd and 3rd. Pitch outside, now 2-2.
Good news is the Dodgers have had on this road trip a lot of opportunities, runners in scoring position. The bad news is they've hit just 146 in these spots on the trip. They're 7 for 48, while the opposing teams also 7 hits, but only 28 opportunities.
Vargas at the plate. Mookie Betts on deck. 2 outs. Dodgers with a run in this inning. Stretched by the lefty, and the Met hurler fires one to the plate. Low. That's a full count. 3-2. Peterson had Vargas 0-2. And Miguel continued to foul off pitch after pitch after pitch, and he's hung in there and worked his way into a full count. Peterson will step off, and Miguel Rojas was pointing at him. Is he yelling balk? Rojas at second base was pointing at something. Peterson set again on the hill. He kicks, fires, and that's strike 3 called on a pitch that was up and out of the strike zone. Boy, Adrian Johnson didn't do Miguel Vargas any favors there. That pitch was not a strike, but called one, so I guess it is, and he's out. Dodgers, bottom of the 2nd inning. Starling Marte leading off for the Mets, the right fielder. Paxton into the wide in his pitch. Marte shows bunt, pulls the bat back, takes a strike. Marte can still run. He's feeling pretty good these days. Physically, it's been a big thing for him every so often. He's had hamstring issues in the past, a few years back. But those tend to linger. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Starling Marte. Swings, pulls a ground ball foul past third.
You know, Marte reminds me of a little bit with his hand action, a lot of different movement. Gary Sheffield. Sheffield is always moving the bat around, brought it really back behind the helmet, but still quick with the hands.
Swings and a foul tip into the glove of Will Smith for strike 3. Second strikeout for Paxton. 1 away here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. You can turn all your trail-dominating, off-roading dreams into reality in an all-new 2024 Tacoma. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. One out, base is empty. Tyrone Taylor, the left fielder, the batter, 234 hitter. Taylor made a great play on Ohtani in the first inning. Takes ball one here. He had to run toward the line on a slicing line drive away from him, and did a really good job there. Hits the ball high and deep to right center field. Back toward the track is Teoscar Hernandez, and on the track he'll make the catch for out number 2.
For the Mets, they've not had a runner reach second base since the 10th inning of game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. They did not have any success last night at all.
Dodgers hope to keep it that way. Here's Jeff McNeil, a 229 hitter, left-handed hitting second baseman. Former batting champ. It was just 2 seasons ago, 2022, he won the National League batting title. And here he is hitting just 229 as we get ready to flip the calendar to June soon. Fly ball center field. Coming in is Andy Pages. He'll reach up, make the catch, and it's a 1-2-3. Bottom of the second inning for James Paxton. Top of the order up for the Dodgers in the top of the third inning. 1-0 on the strength of a Will Smith solo homer. Second day in a row for Will. And Mookie Betts swings the first pitch, drives it deep to the gap in right center, and over there to get it is Starling Marte in front of the track. He'll haul it in for a first pitch out in the Dodger third.
Hey friends, the MLB Ballpark app will help complete your next visit to Dodger Stadium. You can buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more than that. So we encourage you to download the MLB Ballpark app.
Shohei Ohtani's 0 for 1. Base is empty, 1 down, pitch. He swings and rolls it slowly up the first baseline, and it goes foul. And Ohtani up there swinging after a first pitch out by Betts. One of the reasons you generally don't want to swing after a first pitch out is because you're risking having the pitcher get the first 2 outs on just 2 pitches.
Yeah, I think that's a spot, Tim, that you have to approach it as a hitter as if the count is 3-0, where you're looking for an exact location and a pitch that you want. If it's there, obviously, you've got to be swinging because it's a pitch. You might connect, hit it out.
0-1, tap foul again to the right side.
But I mentioned a pregame shows that for Shohei Ohtani, he says that the left hamstring that's been an issue the last 11 days does not bother him from his swing. It bothers him running, but we're seeing a different swing now.
0-2 pitch hit hard on the ground right side to his glove side is McNeil. He'll grab it and then just flip it on to first for out number 2.
And by a different swing, trying to explain this the other day, is that he has a lot of swings that he has where his weight is back on his right front foot, and he falls back towards the first base dugout. And I think of the only other guy that can come to a comparison, Ichiro, who was amazingly looked like he was on the run as he would hit the ball in his great career.
Freddie Freeman with 2 outs. Looks at a strike on the inside corner. Dodger fans, don't forget, you don't want to miss a single second of the action from every pitch, run, and out. Uber Eats now at Dodger Stadium. Skip the line and order from your seat using the Uber Eats app. Pick up when notified and enjoy Dodger baseball. Strike to Freeman, 0-2. Mets lefty David Peterson, hiding his face with his glove, now has the pitch. He kicks, fires, and it's up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
How about the number of Dodger fans we saw in last night's ball game? I mean, it was almost like playing a home game.
It was. When Freddie hit the home run in the 10th of game 1, he fouls this one back. The sound here was as though it was at Dodger Stadium. There are that many Dodger fans here and cheering for Freddie Freeman's home run. 1-2, the count. Now Peterson fires home. That's inside. He tried a changeup. 2-2 to Freddie Freeman. Freddie at 295 with 6 home runs. He's a little behind his normal pace of home runs. Still plenty of time to get hot. Not here, though, as he swings at a high slider and strikes out. Dodgers retired in order in the top of the 3rd inning. We go to the bottom of the inning. Back at City Field with Brett Monday. I'm Tim Maverick. Wayne McDonald, our producer engineer in the booth. Dodgers leading 1-0. Will Smith solo home run standing up. Now Harrison Bader, right-handed hitting center fielder, facing James Paxton, takes ball 1. Bader, 275 hitter, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in, a 1-0 pitch. That's a strike up high in the zone. And down the middle, Bader made it seem like it was inside.
Yeah, he jumped back from it. We saw him do the same thing yesterday.
The pitch was down the middle. Anyway, the 1-1. That one is low and in. Change up that time from Paxton. 2-1. Paxton looking for the target. Set by Will Smith. Set inside. Ball is swung on and fouled back. makes the second deck up above the broadcast booths. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Harrison Bader. Tomas Nido, the catcher, on deck. 2-2 pitch. Bounced. It's now 3-2. Bottom of the third, brought to you by AM/PM, the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM, too much good stuff. 3 ball, 2 strike pitch coming. And the payoff is hit in the air toward right center. And calling for it is Teoscar Hernandez. He'll step in front of Andy Pages, make the catch. And there's one gone for the Mets in the bottom of the third.
They've had a lot of problems as we came into town, Tim. I mean, they lost 7 of the last 8. And in that time, as a team, they've hit just 199, which is down. I mean, they started this series. They're 23rd in batting average in baseball.
Nido, right-handed catcher, will take ball 1, a little bit outside. And we thought when we went into Cincinnati, they had a bad team batting average at .215. Nido fouls it off to the right, 1-1. But yeah, the Mets have really been struggling. They've been in so many close games. They've lost a number of games. One number that's kind of telling is that when they lead after 7 innings, it's not automatic. Swing and a miss. And in the Dodgers' case, when they lead after 7, their record is 29-1. The Mets, 13-9. They've lost 9 games late. Pitch is bounced at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Nido.
Well, late inning situations are not going to get much better in a hurry. They placed Edwin Diaz on the injured list with the shoulder impingement today.
The closer had been in trouble. He had an emotional press conference, I don't know, a week or so ago, saying that if they take me out of the closer's role, they do. And they discovered a shoulder impingement, as Mo said. So he is on the IL. Josh Walker, who was optioned this morning, is back. Swing and a miss as Nido chased the changeup. That's strikeout number 3 for Paxton. 2 men out, and Francisco Lindor walking up. So they had to make the move this morning. They optioned Walker to make room for Peterson to come back on the active roster to make the start today. But then they decided they had to put Diaz on. Walker's already here, so they reactivated him. And you can do that when there's an injury situation. You can bring a guy back before 10 days. There's a 10-day rule. When a player's optioned, they've got to be back in the minors for at least 10 days before you can bring him back, unless there's an injury. 1-0 pitch. And Lindor bats right-handed again, takes ball 2 inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Francisco Lindor. He is 0 for 1, flying to left in the first. Swings its little chopper to third, charging his Kike. He will try to barehand it, cannot make the play. Glances off his hand, and safe at first with an infield single is Francisco Lindor.
Just an impossible play. Hernandez is playing back deep at third. Even if he barehands it cleanly, I'm not certain that he would even had a chance to get Lindor, who's scampering down the line.
It's one of those plays where he's got to grab it and throw in the same motion, and even at that, Lindor probably would have beaten the throw. Brett Beatty, his first plate appearance, he came in to pinch run for Pete Alonso. Left-handed batter, he swings and misses. Fouls it off, I beg your pardon, 0-1. But this is where the Mets get caught short. They don't have another right-handed infielder option. They're carrying 2 full-time third basemen right now. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's grounded foul past first.
Yeah, Beatty started at third base in game 1 yesterday. He was 0 for 3, also had a walk.
I thought the general manager, David Stearns, had an interesting comment about Beatty and Vientos, the 2 third basemen. He said it's really important for their development that they're both here. And I just kind of found that a little bit.
Oh, this is not the stage to develop. Exactly. This is the stage to win.
Right. Stretch by Paxton, and the pitch to Beatty. It's low. 1-2. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I mean, well, you're not throwing away the year, are you? I mean, that's kind of what it sounds like.
Well, I kind of took it as a nice way to say, what's our option?
Well, they've got some infielders, or some infield depth, a little bit of it in AAA. They've got Jose Iglesias, Pablo Reyes, guys who are experienced, not on the active major league roster right now. Runner goes. A pitch is swung on and lined into right field, a base hit. Lindor turns second. He's on his way to third. And a 2-out base hit for Beatty. And now the tying runs at third.
And the first base runner in scoring position since the 10th inning of game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday. And that runner was a placed runner at second base and never got to third.
J.D. Martinez coming back up. He struck out looking in the first. And Martinez, 10 for 23 against Paxton in his career. 2 men out, 1-0 Dodgers lead in the bottom of the third inning. That's with a little threat going on. Lindor leading big off of third. Pitch low and in, ball 1.
It's an improvement. The Mets did not have it at bat yesterday. Runners in scoring position at all. Not one.
Martinez, a 272 hitter. Pitch swung on and it's fouled off to the right.
There's that pitch you talked about in the pregame, Tim, is it to right-handed hitters. Paxton likes to come inside and elevate, and that's exactly what he just threw J.D. Martinez, and he was thoroughly jammed.
Lindor coming halfway down the line and then stopping the pitch. Swung on, shot foul into the first base stands.
Jammed again.
Kike Hernandez very deep at third off the line, and Lindor can have his way with the third baseline here. He is way down the line, almost to the point where Paxton might want to step off. Pitch is up high.
Smith doing a very smart thing. He doesn't just receive the ball and throw it back to the pitcher. Receives the ball, looks the runner back to third, then throws it.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch to J.D. Martinez. Swung on, fouled straight back.
They're still trying to get Paxton to balk. He came down halfway between third and home.
Paxton, the left-hander, ready to deal another 2-2 pitch to J.D. Martinez. Runners off first and third. The pitch swung on, popped up, foul first base side. Freeman giving it a look. He's in front of the Mets dugout on the track. He makes the catch. And the side retired. The Mets strand 2. They get 2 hits. Top of the fourth inning, Will Smith the leadoff. His home run makes it a 1-0 ball game. Second inning home run. That's what he does here in his second time up. Facing the lefty, David Peterson. First pitch in for a strike. Started him off with a curveball. 1-0 Dodgers. Game 3 of the 3-game set. The Dodgers sweeping the doubleheader yesterday. And Will clubs it down the left field line. That's going to bounce fair and roll into the corner. Smith around first and on his way to second with a double. He continues to crush left-handed pitching. So the leadoff man is in scoring position. Teoscar Hernandez coming up. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
This is LA Dodgers baseball. KLAC Los Angeles, KYSR HD2 Los Angeles, an iHeart radio station.
Hernandez hits lefties pretty well, too. He's 0 for 1 today, however, grounding out to Lindor at short in the second inning. He swings the first pitch, hits it up in the air to right center field over his Starling Marte. He'll make the catch. Smith will take a bluff step toward third, but he's not going anywhere. There's one out. You can enhance your listening experience. Download the iHeart Radio app and listen in HD, powered by LA Care Health Plan. Serving all Angelinos. LAcare.org. See what Andy Pages can do here. He's 0 for 1. Dodgers do not want to waste a leadoff double in a close game like this. Peterson stretch, looks at the runner at second, now comes home, and Pages fouls it back to the screen.
Fastball got in his hands.
Pages hitting .231. Right-handed batter holding his hands up high, red batting gloves. Takes down low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, starts with his hands high, and then he drops them to the very top of the strike zone as he begins to make his strides towards the baseball.
1-1 pitch coming from Peterson. Looks back at second, now to the plate, and he deals low. 2 balls and a strike.
What's important about him dropping his hands, and he drops it right to the top of the strike zone. That really kind of signifies, hey, look, anything above my hands, I'm not going to be swinging.
2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Will's going to get waved home. He touches third on his way to the plate. It is 2-0 Dodgers on an RBI base hit from Andy Pages.
Peterson has to be very happy that that ball was not over another foot or two, or it would have hit him. Low and in fastball. And for Pages, he'd be able to get the hands through, and then the barrel of the bat. Boy, did he absolutely annihilate that pitch.
Put something on it, that's for sure. And, a lot of velocity heading back up the middle. Now it's Kike Hernandez who's 1 for 1. Pages at first, 1 out. And a strike call. But the key thing there, too, is cashing in that leadoff double. No balls and 1 strike to Kike Hernandez. Here's the pitch. And he went around, couldn't hold up. Over there. Just got back. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Rojas. Chops it foul. 1-2.
Chopped it foul off of his left foot. He's hobbling around.
Well, this is a situation that even though they just had Pages thrown out, they get a certain count and get Hernandez on the move. Two, the count and the stretch. And now the pitch. And Rojas looks at it outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. May as well wait another pitch now. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Dodgers. No runs, 2 hits for the Mets. And the 2-2 coming to Rojas. He swings, hits it just foul up the first baseline. A good idea to go that way. A lot of room open on the right side. Two outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kike Hernandez leads at first. Miguel Rojas, average up to 260. And the pitch. And that's in the dirt, 3-2. And now Kike will get a head start. But not until he's 100% sure the pitcher's coming to the plate. Full count to Rojas. Miguel Vargas on deck. Here's the 3-2. And a ground ball hit to third sharply. Short hop by Brett Beatty. Throws on to first to get him. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 1 man left on base. A new pitcher in the ballgame. Paxton is out. And this was his first start on 4 days rest. And normally that's regular rest, but Dodgers have been giving their starters an extra day. But we'll see if we get some word on why this move was made. Yohan Ramirez, the former Met. He's been with the Mets twice this year, along with Baltimore and now the Dodgers. His 14th Major League appearance. He's 0-2 with the Dodgers. And had a real rough time in Cincinnati. So Ramirez takes over in the bottom of the 4th. Dodgers up 2-0. And the batter is Mark Vientos, the first baseman. And Ramirez deals, well, a ball called. You could tell that Will Smith thought that was a strike by the way he hesitated. Now he kind of turns his head just a little. Says something to the home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson. 1-0 pitch coming from Ramirez. A swing and a miss. He whistled one right by him.
Well, this is a cause for concern because Paxton made just 50 pitches. And he leaves the game.
Kind of unusual. He was pitching pretty well. Didn't walk anybody. Struck out 3. Gave up just 2 hits. There's a strike call to Vientos. It's 1-2. Ramirez on the backside of the mound picks up the rosin bag, drops it, now climbs up the slope. Toes the extreme third base side of the rubber. He was asked to hold up by the home plate ump, as Vientos was not ready in the box. 2-0 Dodgers here in the fourth. A 1-2 pitch from Ramirez. Breaking ball, cut on and miss, strike 3. So that's a good start for Ramirez. And the pitching change brought to you by Navia. High-efficiency tankless water heaters, boilers, and the new NPF hydro furnace. Next-level comfort, perfect for your home and the environment. Learn more at hydrofurnace.com. Juan Ramirez delivering to Starling Marte, who fouls it off. Think about the game Sunday when Ramirez came in. He pitched an inning and couldn't find a strike for a while and hit 2 more men. And Dave Roberts went out. And there's a ground ball to first. That's inside the line and a fair ball. And Starling Marte's got a single. 1 on and 1 out. But remember, the pitching coach normally would come out, but Dave Roberts took it upon himself. He went out there and he put his arms around the neck of Ramirez, pulled him close, and he said, "Look, let's go." And whatever message he had for him, it helped him finish up that ball game.
It was just a touching moment because, in a competitive world, and Dave Roberts, he understands, as a former player, understands, hey, look, you have to go through trials and tribulations.
Tyrone Taylor takes a strike. Well, the fact is, his last 2 outings, he hit 4 men and really was struggling with his command and his control. But he's ahead of Tyrone Taylor, the left fielder. Right-handed batter waves and misses at a sweeper, and it's 0-2.
Ramirez comes right over the top, and you can see him kind of spinning that big sweeper.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ramirez turns, throws to first, and diving back is Marte. Marte has stolen 8 bases this year. Has not been caught. Marte leads at first, and Taylor ready. There goes Marte for second. Ball is popped up. Shallow center. Under it is Paez. He'll make the catch, and Marte retreats to first base, and there are 2 men out. 2 gone. And some other afternoon baseball today. Pittsburgh and Detroit in a doubleheader. As they were rained out yesterday, Detroit pounded them in the first game 8-0, and they're already playing game 2. In a traditional doubleheader, they're almost through. They're at top of the 6th inning, and Pittsburgh leads 5-1, trying to force a split. Phenom Paul Skeens pitching in that game for the Pirates right now. Meantime, Texas is ahead of Arizona 6-1. They're in the top of the 9th. 1-0 to Jeff McNeil, left-handed batter, with Marte at first base. Pitch to McNeil. He swings, pops it up foul third base side. That's going to drift over the dugout and into the seats. Phillies are in San Francisco, wrapping up a series there. Top of the 5th inning. Philadelphia 4, the Giants nothing. Giants have been on a roll lately. They won in 10 innings last night, 1-0. They walked it off. A sacrifice fly. 1 ball, 1 strike to McNeil. Throw to first base, and diving back is Marte. Also, the Padres in action at home. Miami leading them 3-1 in the bottom of the 3rd. It's the afternoon action today in baseball. All the rest at night. Marte goes. This ball is hit in the air deep to left field. Vargas running back. He will make the catch. Oh, what a play by Miguel Vargas. An over-the-shoulder catch on the warning track, angled toward left center on a ball that looked like it was going to beat him, but Vargas got there. He holds on. A terrific play by Miguel Vargas. Retires the side. The inning. Well, Vargas makes a great play, leads off the next inning. Top of the fifth, 2-0 Dodgers. And Vargas looks at the Peterson offering down low and in. Boy, that was a tough play.
A tough play, and he made a good angle. And going back to...
Ball, no strikes to Mookie Betts.
I think the Mets have to be very satisfied with the first outing this season by Peterson. 2 runs, 6 hits, a home run, RBI single.
There's some encouraging things there for them. Strike call to Mookie, high strike. But, just when they need to get somebody else in the rotation, he could give them a little shot in the arm. Dodgers have Eliezer Hernandez warming up in the bullpen. 1-1 pitch. That's high and away. This could end up being a bullpen day when you don't count on it. And James Paxton only going 3 innings. Did very well, though. 2 hits, no walks, 3 strikeouts, threw only 50 pitches. And was taken out. 2-1. Mookie hits a high fly ball, slight left center field. Getting under it is Harrison Bader. He'll make the catch. And back to first goes Vargas. How about the setup of Bader on that fly ball?
He took the extra step to make sure he squared up his body and set to throw back to the infield. Stay behind, momentum moving in towards the area you may be throwing, and that just stops runners from even thinking of advancing.
Shohei Ohtani is hitless in the series. His last hit was on Sunday in the 9th inning in that game against the Reds. And strike called, 0-1. He's only got 2 hits on the road trip. He had the triple on Saturday and the 1 single on Sunday. Other than that, he's not been too successful. Throw to first, gets away. Vargas is going to head down to second base on a throwing error by the pitcher, David Peterson.
He tried that. It wasn't a step over. That was a step off and then throw over. He's shown that pickoff attempt 2 other times. And that's just an errant throw into the dirt and not able to hold on to it or block it. It was Vientos.
0-1 to Ohtani. Stretch and the delivery. Swung on, ground ball up the middle, sharply hit. Vargas is going to come around third. He's on his way to the plate. He will score. And Ohtani gets his first hit of the series, driving in a run. It is now 3-0.
Well, we talked so many times about if you make a mistake against a good team, and the Dodgers, you can label it as a good team. You make mistakes, and they can prove to be very costly.
72nd hit of the season for Shohei Ohtani. His 36th run batted in. And this looks like this is going to be it for David Peterson in his 2024 debut. 78 pitches the Dodgers have added on. Still meeting on the mound. They have not made a decision yet on what it is they want to do.
I think they might let him go one more batter because it'll be lefty against lefty.
Well, this meeting on the mound brought to you by Jacoby & Myers, the official law firm of the Dodgers. For a free consultation, call 1-800-5-MILLION because everyone deserves justice. Yeah, so you're right. You got to figure this will be his last hitter. The right-handed hitter's on deck with Will Smith and then Teoscar after that. Andy Pa has to follow. But Freddie Freeman 0 for 2. Facing a tiring David Peterson. First pitch, wave and a miss at a slider. 0-1. Ohtani with an RBI base hit here in the 5th has made it a 3-0 game. Now the error by Peterson looms large because that put Vargas in scoring position. 0-1. Inside corner for a called strike. 0-2. Freddie came into the game 5 for 15 against Peterson with 2 home runs. Ohtani, hands on his knees, short lead at first. The pitch. Freddie swings and strikes out. And that is the second out of the inning. Second time Freeman's gone down on strikes. They're going to let him pitch to Will. So Will has homered and doubled off of him so far. Ohtani off of first. Now the pitch to Smith. A curveball, and Will couldn't hold up. That's a swing and a miss. No balls and one strike to Will Smith. Average up to 295. It is 8th home run of the season back in the second inning. 0-1 pitch from Peterson. Strike called on the outside corner. It looked to be a few inches off the plate, but called a strike anyway. It's 0-2. Peterson looks at first, now comes to the plate. The pitch inside to Smith. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dodgers head home right after this game. Tomorrow is an off day, and they'll meet the Colorado Rockies for the first time starting on Friday at Dodger Stadium. Weekend series against Colorado. 1-2. That one is hammered down the left field side over the rain tarp, foul. They get around on an inside slider. Just crushed it. But it was foul. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Swung on, slowly hit toward the middle. To his glove side is Lindor. He grabs it, throws on to first. And that's the inning. Dodgers get a run on 1 hit. They leave a man. 1 error. Bottom of the 5th inning, and Eliezer Hernandez is out to pitch for the Dodgers. Johan Ramirez, 1 inning, 1 hit, and 1 strikeout. And Hernandez, who was called up to make a spot start a little while ago, has never been sent back, so he is pitching out of the Dodger bullpen right now. It's his 5th appearance. And facing Harrison Bader, he fires in a strike. The pitching change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers up 3-0 in the home half of the 5th. Bader swings, fouls it back. Well, good thing, though, Mo, the fact that the Dodgers starters had covered 14 of the first 19 innings of this series. There's a swing and a line drive left field, a base hit. A couple of hops for Vargas. He'll hurry it back into second. Because that means the bullpen, everybody's available. to pitch in this one, and it's up against the day off tomorrow.
Yeah, and one of the things you worry about going into a doubleheader is exhausting the bullpen, but that was not the case yesterday.
Well, Gavin Stone gave him 7 strong, 7 shutout innings. That was huge. So now Tomas Nido, the batter. He'll take strike 1. Hernandez would love to get a double play right here. Ground ball to Rojas, maybe. Maybe Kike. Pitch to Nido, the 0-1 on the way. And he'll foul it at the plate. Through McCutter. There's a Hernandez on the mound. 3rd pitcher used today. Dodger bullpen's going to be busy the rest of the way. Hernandez set to go. His 0-2 pitch. There's a cutter outside, taken for a ball. Went 6 innings on the 15th of May against the Giants in San Francisco. The first game as a Dodger. This ball is hit hard to left center field and deep. It is back. It is gone. Nido on a 2-strike pitch clubs one out of here. His 3rd of the year. It's now a 1-run ball game at 3-2. Boy, a sinker that was left up, out, and over. And it went over the 370 mark up into the seats. And the Mets right back in the ball game.
And for the Mets, their first run since Francisco Lindor hit the 2-run home run in the 3rd inning of Game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday.
Lindor up, turns around to bat left-handed against the right-hander Hernandez.
Not a good pitch, not with 2 strikes.
Pitch to Lindor is down and in.
Not a good pitch with no strikes.
1 ball, no strikes. Lindor this afternoon is 1 for 2, an infield single in the 3rd. Takes a strike on the outside half, a changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the base is clear, nobody out. Starting over for LA's or Hernandez. Ball fouled off to the left. Ball and 2 strikes to Lindor. Lindor looking out, and Hernandez ready to deal. He kicks and fires. It's way inside, and skipping to get out of the way was Lindor. 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the count. And the pitch. That is inside. Full count. He doesn't want to put the tying run aboard with nobody out. Doesn't want to put the tying run aboard with anybody out. He's a pitch away. And this is back going one way or another, and it went the wrong way. Down and in, ball 4. And the tying run is aboard, nobody out.
Well, you can join the Dodgers in paying tribute to the rich history of black players who wore Dodger blue. That's right. You can purchase a Black Heritage Night ticket package for June 15th, and you receive an exclusive jersey. For tickets, just visit Dodgers.com/ticketpacks.
So a meeting on the mound by the Dodgers says action in the bullpen. Michael Grove up and throwing. The Dodgers need some reinforcements behind Eliezer Hernandez, who's off to a rough start here in the 5th.
Comes Dave Roberts.
He's coming to get him. So he faced 3 men, gave up a base hit, a home run, and now a walk. And Hernandez is coming out, and Grove is coming in. We have a pitching change in New York. The score, the Dodgers 3 and the Mets 2.
Get Spectrum One and catch the Los Angeles Dodgers all season. Stream over 140 live LA Dodger games.
struck out 37 over 27 in the third inning's work. And he'll face the left-handed hitting Brett Beatty. Nobody out in the tying run at first base. Grove's pitch. High ball one. Dodgers had a 3-0 lead until the fifth. Tomas Nido's 2-run homer, scoring Harrison Bader. And a 1-0 pitch coming from Grove to Beatty. Swing and a grounder foul in the Mets dugout.
Well, that's an area that Grove's had success against lefties. That's coming inside, trying to bust them right in the kitchen.
One ball, one strike. And here comes the throw to first. Diving back is Lindor. Lindor has stolen 6 bases. He's been caught 3 times out of the 9 attempts he's made. Ready for the 1-1 is Beatty. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up. This one heading back toward the backstop and not playable. It just spun over the net.
Find out what Michael Grove does. This is a spot that off-speed pitches, in particular with 2 strikes, when he's ahead of hitters. Off-speed, more than half of his offerings to batters.
Ball and 2 strikes. 3-2, Dodgers leading in the fifth. Nobody out to pitch. Low and in. The slider. So Beatty with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Beatty, a Texan out of Round Rock. He steps back in, taps home plate with the edge of the bat. Rojas playing up the middle. Mookie at double play depth at second. And a high fastball, or a high cutter, actually. Beatty laid off. And now it is a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Shadows covering home plate. The pitcher's mound is in the sun. Payoff pitch. Runner goes. Ball is swung on and fouled back.
Yeah, not a surprise that Lindor was running on that pitch. The reason is, you know the pitcher's 3-2. Or you're going to be trying your darndest not to walk and give a free pass to the hitter. So expect Lindor taking off again.
And he doesn't go this time, but the ball is clubbed foul just down the first baseline. Well, that was smoke past the bag. First base umpire, Junior Valentine, right on it.
That ball was right off, almost right on him, too.
J.D. Martinez is on deck for the Mets. Dodgers 3, Mets 2. Bottom of the 5th inning, nobody out. And Lindor, the runner at first. The 3-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. There goes Lindor. Pitch swung on, grounded to second. Mookie's got it. His only play is to first, and he's got Beatty. And by starting Lindor, they stay out of the double play, and they now have a man in scoring position. 1 down for J.D. Martinez. J.D. waits at the plate, being right-handed DH. 0 for 2 today, struck out and popped out foul. He hits a drive to left center field. That ball's going to bounce off the wall. Lindor comes around third. The game will be tied. Throw into second, and safe at second with a game-tying double is J.D. Martinez. A slider that was right down the middle. Middle pitch. And Martinez didn't wait around, drove it to the gap. His 6th double of the season and his 11th run batted in, and it's a brand new ball game.
Well, if this was football, that pitch, field goal attempt would have been right in the center of the posts.
Run is charged to Hernandez. So Eliezer Hernandez responsible for all 3 runs. That closed on him. And it looks like there's going to be a challenge at the play at second base.
Well, the call could be if it was fan interference, or are they asking on the play at second base? And evidently it's going to be at second base, the play. Dodgers figure that runner was out.
The question is, did Mookie scrape the right cleat?
Yeah, and did Martinez's foot come off the bag and get tagged? Well, the foot came off the bag. Question is it going to be considered a tag? Was the glove on the leg, or was it the arm that was on the leg that made the tag?
Dodgers challenging the play at second, and Adrian Johnson, the crew chief, will fill us in here momentarily once he gets the word from the replay operations center across town. It looked like his foot initially beat the throw to the bag. But again, the question is, did it come up at all? Is there any separation between...
Yeah, this is really close, and, I understand the situation, but if you lose the challenge, now you're going to be going. This is the 5th inning. You do not have another challenge the rest of the game unless it goes extra innings.
It's going to be a tough one. I don't know if this will be overturned.
Well, the replay that we're seeing, we've seen 2 angles. I've not been convinced that it would be overturned from what we have seen thus far on the big screen in center field here at Citi Field.
Here's the call.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Los Angeles loses their challenge.
So they couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm just surprised because that was not a definitive call. You were kind of hoping. And again, this is right in the middle of the game.
So the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. 1 man out. And the batter will be Mark Vientos, the first baseman. Remember, he moved over there. He started the game at third, moved over to first when Pete Alonso left. Alonso hit by a pitch. His left middle finger, and it was to the point where he had to leave the game, and he's getting an MRI on it. First pitch is high for a ball. 3-3 game now in the 5th. Dodgers had a 3-0 lead, could not hold it. Tomas Nido, a home run this inning, and then the RBI double by J.D. Martinez. Strike called to Vientos. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stretch by Grove. Looks back at second. Dodger right-hander comes home with a slider down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the 2-1 pitch now. That's down and away again. 3-1. Grove not as sharp as his last couple of relief outings. And the Dodgers quickly get a lefty up. Anthony Bonda is warming in the bullpen. It's going to be an all-hands-on-deck day, it looks like. 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. He had a slider down low, but caught part of the plate. Vientos chased it. Full count, 3-2. Grove really needs to get him here. They kick the pitch. Ground ball to short. Rojas has it, sets his feet, throws across to first. He's got him. And because the ball was hit to short, to the right side of J.D. Martinez, he was not able to advance.
That looked like a routine play, but just watching Miguel Rojas, he recognized immediately the first bounce that ball took on the ground. He backed up, about a step, because he knew he was going to get a much better hop if he retreated.
Starling Marte, 1 for 2. Right-handed hitting right fielder takes low and away, ball 1. Marte struck out swinging in the second, had a base hit in the 4th. .258 hitter. J.D. Martinez leading at second base. The pitch from Michael Grove. Snapped in for a strike at 97. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cloud cover makes for no shadows on the field right now. 1-1 down. Stairs and outside. 2-1. I guess you could say it makes for one big shadow. The sun not an issue at this point in time anywhere on the field. Martinez off of second. Now the pitch. Grove does not connect. His slider's way outside. The count goes to 3-1 on Marte. That's with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
A 3-ball count to 3 of the 4 hitters he's faced.
And a 3-1. That's a line shot foul first base side. Now, the Mets have been in an awful lot of close games this year. They've lost a lot of them. But this is typical for how they have been playing so far this year. Dodgers need to find a way. Pull ahead again. Anyway, the 3-2. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. Oscar Hernandez, Andy Pages, and Kike Hernandez due up in the Dodgers' 6th. Three runs on 7 hits for the Dodgers, 3 runs on 6 hits for the Mets. Pitch. Walked him. Slider outside. And now runners at first and second. Tyrone Taylor will be the next hitter. So the 5th inning's been the undoing for the Dodgers today. Marte at first. Martinez at second base. And Taylor has flied out twice. Once to right, once to center. Right-handed batter hitting .229. Pitch from Grove. Right down the middle, but a little low for ball 1. Grove's been in that 1-inning relief role now. He's sort of evolved into one of those guys. 1-0 pitch is low again. And typically he's been doing pretty well, but today he's struggling. Will Smith will go out and have a talk with him. From April 2nd to May 8th in relief, he allowed just 2 hits over 11 1/3 scoreless innings and struck out 17 in a really successful stretch. The 17th, he got his 2nd win, 5th career win coming out of the bullpen. And now the 2-0 on the way. That one is tapped foul down the third base side. 2 balls and a strike to Tyrone Taylor. Two balls and a strike. And the pitch. That's up high. Another 3-ball count for Grove. First and second, 2 men out. Go-ahead runs in scoring position. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back. The only saving grace here is that J.D. Martinez is not the fleetest runner. He is not the fastest guy out there. So on a base hit, more than likely he's going to get sent home, but it's no guarantee. 3-2 pitch. Swung on a ground ball left side, backhanded by Rojas. Throws to first. Freddie Stretch, he got him. Oh, a terrific play by Miguel Rojas. Side retired, but damage done. A home run by Nito. 3 runs.
Out more at Yamava.com.
We go to the top of the 6th inning. New York, Teoscar Hernandez will lead off. He'll face a new pitcher. Right-hander Sean Reed Foley, former Blue Jay reliever, and now here with the Mets for the last couple of seasons. Jacksonville, Florida. Sean Reed Foley, 15th appearance, 1-2, and a 1.35 earned run average. 18 strikeouts over 13 in the third inning's work, and the opposition hitting 174 against him. 3-3 the score. Mets with 3 in the bottom of the 5th to tie it up. Teoscar's 0 for 2 in the ball game. Reed Foley kicks and sends his first pitch home for a strike. So Hernandez grounded to short in the 2nd inning, flying to right in the 4th. The ball's 1 strike. And the pitch on the way to Teoscar. We'll take a strike. It's 0-2. Reed Foley has not allowed an earned run in 13 of his 14 appearances. Speaking of earned runs, so 3 of the Dodger runs were scored, 2 of them earned. And the unearned run scored as a result of the error by the pitcher, Peterson. There's a bounding ball hit up the middle past a sliding Jeff McNeil into center field, and a leadoff base hit. And go ahead runs aboard in the Dodgers 6th. So for the starter, Peterson, 5 innings, 7 hits, and 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 86 pitches, 57 for strikes in his 2024 debut for New York. Andy Paez had an RBI base hit in the 4th. Sean Reed Foley getting ready to deliver. Working the first base side of the rubber. Fires one home. Fastball swung on and missed. Oh, and 1 to Paez. Swings and rocks one down the third baseline. Foul. Pitch was a fastball in. And Andy can get around on the inside fastball. We've seen it. We'll see it some more. Pitchers continue to challenge him inside. Paez hitting .236 currently. The 0-2. He hits another round ball wide of third.
Yeah, they're trying to challenge him inside. If they miss and it comes back over the plate, he is strong enough and quick enough to really pull the ball and hit it with some authority.
No balls, 2 strikes. And the stretch, and Reed Foley comes home. Swung on and missed. Went outside that time. Paez strikes out, and there's 1 gone.
Well, the Dodgers will be hosting the defending world champion Rangers on Tuesday, June 11th. So if you're one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance to that game, you receive a Joe Kelly 99 jersey presented by Yamava. So for tickets, come out and join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Kike Hernandez, 2 for 2 today. Pair of singles. Strike called to him, a slider. Last couple of games, we've seen Kike with some hot pink shoes on. Today, he's just going with regular game whites. And he's 2 for 2 in these shoes, so maybe he sticks with them. Go to first base. Diving back safely is Teoscar.
Players have a tendency to be a little superstitious, although they tell you, no, we don't have superstitions. But if they get into a real hot streak, they'll do just about the same thing every day.
Well, 1 hit in the air, foul back to the plate and into the seats.
Conversely, you get into a slump. I mean, you'll even take different routes to the ballpark.
Yeah, it's amazing. When things are going well, you do everything the same. You have a routine. When things are going badly, you're looking to change all the time.
But Manny will tell you they're not superstitious.
Right, they're not, right? Maybe not at the moment when you asked him. Foul ball back here, right in front of us again. The section right below us has been very active with foul balls today. That's good. They can catch them all. No balls, 2 strikes to Kike. 3-3 score. Top of the 6th. The pitch. A little broken bat flare on the infield right in front of third. Picked up by Beatty. Throws to first. Close play, and he's out. Over to second base goes Teoscar.
It's a more difficult play than what it looks like because you're reacting to what you see visually as a big swing. But it was a broken bat. Ball comes off the bat like a badminton bird.
Miguel Rojas with a chance to untie the game. Rojas doubled in the second inning. Grounded out to third last time up in the 4th. Reed Foley sends the pitch home, and it's there for a strike. Do you have any superstitions?
No, I thought they were bad luck.
Of course, that's your answer.
No, you?
Why did I even ask the question?
You knew it was coming.
One pitch is outside. One and one, the count to Miguel Rojas. Stretching the pitch home. And a ball lined into left field, a base hit. They're going to hold him at third. Teoscar is going to have to stay at third base. Now Miguel's caught in a rundown between first and second. Teoscar's going to try to get to the plate. McNeil will now look back at third. Teoscar out at third. McNeil gunned him down.
The Dodgers didn't really run that very well, and for Miguel Rojas just did not pick up the throw, and he got caught flat-footed and forced the rundown.
So the Dodgers run themselves out of the inning. No runs, 2 hits, 1 left.
Toditas tus palabras, tus manos me
Second baseman Jeff McNeil leads off in the bottom of the 6th inning against left-hander Anthony Banda. Banda takes over for Michael Grove and becomes the 5th pitcher used for the Dodgers today. A 3-3 ball game, and McNeil bounds this one foul into the Met dugout. On a strike to McNeil, who's 0 for 2 today. But look at that last play. It was scored 7-5, 4-6. And they get Teoscar at third base. Now McNeil lifts it into right center field. That'll be down for a base hit. On hop for Hernandez, and the Mets with a go-ahead run aboard. McNeil's first hit today.
Well, that play that ended the inning, Rojas just went too far. Did not pick up the throws. He's coming around. He got hung out to dry between first and second base. Teoscar Hernandez had been held up at third for good reason. Hernandez had not even reached third base while that one-hop line drive had been in the glove of the left fielder Taylor.
Harrison Bader, right-handed hitter, takes the ball.
The Dodgers literally ran themselves out of possibly a scoring inning.
The thing is, too, the throw did not go into second and went to the cutoff man. Rojas might have had a chance to get to second base because of the extra throw that would have been needed. But we'll never know. That's how the game goes sometimes, unfortunately. 2 balls, no strikes to Bader. Nobody out, runner at first. Bonda deals. Foul tip into the mitt of Will Smith for a strike, and it's 2-1. First station's a chance to ID themselves here momentarily. 2-1 pitch coming to Harrison Bader from Bonda. So he looks over at first. Now kicks, comes home. That's up and in. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
This is LA Dodgers baseball. KLAC Los Angeles, KYSR, HD2 Los Angeles, and iHeart radio station.
3-1 is the count. The pitch. Swung on, foul back. 3-2 now to Bader. It's Chevy truck season at your Southern California Chevy dealers, and there's no better time to do what you do best than a Chevy Silverado. Visit SoCalChevy.com for more information. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Full count to Bader. And Bond to the lefty deals. Foul straight back again. Dodgers 3 runs on 9 hits. The Mets 3 runs on 7 hits. Phillies have upped their lead on the Giants. They're in the top of the 9th in San Francisco. 6-0 Philadelphia. 3-2 pitch. Popped up, foul, third base side. Kike giving it a look. It's drifting near the dugout. Kike by the rail. Too far. And out of play. Miami giving it to the Padres today in San Diego. 7-1. Marlins with the lead there. Top of the 6th. Texas defeated Arizona in Arlington 6-1. Diamondbacks fall to 25-30. Again, the 3-2 from Anthony Bonda. In the air to center field and deep. Going back after it is Paez. He's got it under control right in front of the warning track. Makes the catch. McNeil tags from first. It's deep enough for him to get the second with a head first slide. Run now in scoring position. Tomas Nido, the batter, homered last inning. Dodgers had a 3-0 lead. Nido had 2 strikes on him. Managed to get a pitch that was left out up and over, and a sinker, and it just got crushed out of here to left center. Pitch to Nido, right-handed hitting catcher, takes the ball. Going to be easy this afternoon, looks like. Bonda looks back at second, comes to the plate, and deals high and away. 2-0. Two ball, no strike pitch from Anthony Bonda, the former Cleveland Guardian. Drill a strike in there.
Dodgers bullpen's going to get a workout. This is the 6th inning, and Bonda is the 4th different reliever.
2-1 pitch to Nido. And that's high and outside. It's 3-1.
Nito's batting ninth for a reason. He's a guy you got to come right after. And yet here's every bit of a hitter's count with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
A stretch, look at second, kick and come home. And it's high ball 4. He's walked it. First and second, one man out. And back to the top of the order, Francisco Lindor. Lindor 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. He had an infield single back in the third, walked and scored in the fifth. And Mark Pryor, the pitching coach, is going to come out and talk to Anthony Bonda here. As Dodgers really need Lindor to hit a ground ball somewhere. But looking at some run prevention if possible. Everything was going swimmingly up until the fifth inning. Dodgers had a 3-0 lead. James Paxton lasted only 3 innings, and we're not really sure why he left the ball game. We haven't had any word. Just manager's decision, which would have been a really odd time to get him out unless there was some issue.
They gave up 2 hits in the third inning, both coming with 2 outs. Only one of those 2 hits was really hit hard. But 50 pitches through 3 innings and gone.
2 on, 1 out. Lindor, the batter. Switch hitter batting right against Bonda. Here's the pitch. Swings and he hits it a long way foul out of play down the right field side. Bonda started him with a high sinker.
Which is not the place for a sinker to be.
Sinker's a sinker for a reason. You want it down. It's a good ground ball pitch, but you can't throw it high and get a good ground ball. Here's the pitch, and that's up high again. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some of the guys who are sinker slider guys, they're always good ground ball pitchers.
Well, really, Lindor has more trouble with the 4-seamer that's elevated. In fact, he has a very high strikeout rate, elevated fastballs.
1-1 pitch on the way from Bonda is low and in.
In fact, the last 2 years, his strikeout rate on elevated pitches is 1 click below 70% of all of his strikeouts.
Stretch, look at second by Bonda. He kicks and comes home 2-1. The ball is swung on. That's popped up, middle of the infield. Rojas, right behind the second base bag, will make the catch. That's an infield fly. So the infield fly rule in effect. First and second, less than 2 out. And Lindor automatically out. That's the second out of the bottom of the 6th. Batters automatically out. Runners advance at their own risk. And in this case, they had nowhere to go, so they stayed put. Left-handed batter, Brett Beatty up. Slotted into Pete Alonso's spot in the batting order. And Alonso went out after being hit on his left hand by a pitch early in the game. Beatty got a hit in the third, grounded out to second his next time up in the 5th inning. Swings and misses here at a slider from Bonda. Left on left matchup. Jeff McNeil, the runner at second base. Tomas Nido at first. 0-1 pitch coming to Beatty. Another swing and a miss at another slider. 0-2. Think he gets another?
If not, you got yourself a real big story.
He's got to come back with another. Beatty hasn't been close to the slider. Stretch. Look at second. Now he comes home. And he does throw the slider, but it's down and away, and Beatty laid off.
Come back with another one.
Field swung around to the right. 2 men out. 1-2 pitch. He looks at a 4-seamer off the plate outside. Set up pitch maybe?
Well, I'll be shocked if this is not slider coming up.
2-2 the count. And he waits at the plate. Bond is set. Glove at the belt. Now the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Got him with a slider.
Adios.
Nothing across for the Mets in the sixth. One hit, two left. We go to the seventh. It's the Dodgers 3, Mets 3. The exclusive. Vargas will lead off for the Dodgers in a 3-3 game with the Mets. Game 3 of this 3-game set. Dodgers trying to find a way here to win all three in New York. Sean Reed Foley, the right-hander, delivers. And it's in there for a called strike to Vargas. Vargas struck out looking in the second, and then in the fifth inning, he walked. Went to second on a throwing error by the pitcher David Peterson, who tried to pick him off and threw errantly to first. Got him to second and was driven home by Ohtani. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Miguel Vargas. Homered in last night's game. Foley stretching, and the right-hander's pitch to Miguel, the 1-1. Strike call. Changeup over the outside half. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Jake Diekman, the left-hander, now loosening up for New York.
The Dodgers have 2 lefties. If this inning has any stretch at all, it'll be coming up. Ohtani and Freeman.
1-2 pitch coming. High fastball check swing. He went around and on appeal, the first base umpire, Junior Valentine, rung him up. So second time Vargas has gone down on strikes.
Well, the Rockies will be into town Saturday, 7:10 start. Tyler Glasnow bobblehead night presented by 76 for the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Come out and join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Here's Betts. He's 0 for 3. Okay, he takes a strike. He's flying to left, flying to right, flying to center. No balls, 1 strike to Betts with Ohtani on deck. Base is empty. Again, a 3-3 ball game here in the 7th. 0-1 pitch. That's outside and low. Shakey's Pizza Parlor is the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. Here's a 1-1 pitch now from Reed Foley. Strike on the corner. Outside. A fastball at 96. Just caught the edge of the plate. Ball and 2 strikes now to Betts. Sean Reed Foley, veteran right-hander, kicks, fires, pitches up high to Betts. He laid off the fastball. Do you find, Mo, that you see a lot of pitchers that like to throw a lot of fastballs when they're ahead in the count, but they throw them up, try to induce that early swing? 2-2, and that's another high fastball. He laid off that too. 3-2.
And Foley, just looking at some numbers earlier, is that he will run that fastball a lot when he gets even behind in the count.
Pitch to Betts, fouled off to the right.
There's something to think about it with Foley. If he extends this inning and stays in, runners in scoring position. How about this? If you're going to guess for a pitch, what would you guess for with Foley runners in scoring position? Well, 73% of his pitches in that spot, fastballs.
Here's a payoff pitch, and that's up high, ball 4.
That's a great at bat. Behind early in the count.
And that looks like it's going to do it for Sean Reed Foley. Mets will make the change here with the left-handed hitting Ohtani coming up. They'll get Jake Diekman out of the bullpen. So pitching change here in New York. The Dodgers have the go-ahead run on base. 1 out, top of the 7th. The score, the Dodgers 3, Mets 3.
I can live my dreams.
I can rewrite my...
Appeared yesterday in the afternoon game 1 of that doubleheader. And in that outing, he went 2/3 of an inning, got 1 strikeout, gave up a hit. But veteran lefty, a well-traveled veteran left-hander, making his 22nd appearance for the Mets this year. He's got a 1-1 record and a 3.71 ERA. Left on left now as Ohtani is up, 1 out. Mookie Betts at first base in a 3-3 game. Dodgers go ahead run on base. And Diekman getting ready to face Ohtani. Ohtani 1 for 3 with an RBI. Swings, fouls the first pitch back. He got a fastball. That's one thing Diekman will roll out there. Throw plenty of fastballs. He'll cut them, he'll spin them, he'll throw them in and out, up and down. Moves it around the zone quite a bit. 3 runs on 9 hits for the Dodgers, 3 runs, 7 hits for the Mets. Mets also with an error. Pitch. And Ohtani looks at a sweeper well off the plate outside. On this road trip, we've seen Ohtani offer at that pitch, but he lays off it here. Jake Diekman looking at first base. Betts with a good-sized lead. Now the pitch. And it's taken for a strike. Fastball down the middle.
at 95.
Belt high fastball, too. 1-2. Freddie Freeman waits on deck. And now the 1-2. That's popped up foul, left field side. It's going to slice into the seats.
Deacon has been troubled this year, and especially now he's going against the lefty. But this season, when he's had 2 strikes on a hitter, they're hitting less than 100.
One ball, 2 strikes to Shohei Ohtani. The pitch. Swings and misses. Strike 3. A fastball inside.
Yep. Inside and high.
2 men out in the Dodgers 7th. Freddie Freeman will give it a try. You know, that pitch, if Ohtani lets that go, that's a ball. That's way inside. Mookie with 2 outs, getting a lead at second base. Now Freddie will take ball 1 just off the plate outside. Freeman is 0 for 3 today. Struck out twice, grounded out once. Average at .292. There's the stretch by Diekman. The lefty fires. And Freddie bangs one right toward the middle, but a one-hopper snared by Lindor. He runs to the bag, steps on it, gets the force out. For the Dodgers in the top of the 7th, no runs, no hits, 1 left, no Met. Seventh inning, new pitcher on for the Dodgers. It is Blake Trinan. He will face J.D. Martinez, Mark Vientos, and Starling Marte. Well, Rick Monday, I'm Tim Everett, along with Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer in the booth here at Citi Field in New York. Dodgers and Mets tied at 3. Trinan's first pitch to J.D. Slider. Swing and a miss. J.D. fooled by that pitch. It was J.D. Martinez double in the 5th that tied the game. Lindor scoring on the play. Another slider. Check swing. Appeal at first. He didn't go. Bottom of the 7th brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Here is Trinan's next offer. That is a foul ball. The ball went right, the bat went left. And JD going to retrieve what he left of his bat.
It's intact. I don't know why, but he got thoroughly jammed on it. Well, right field basking in bright sunshine. Everything else, except for a sliver that Freddie Freeman is standing in near first base, everything else is in shadow.
1 ball, 2 strikes to JD Martinez. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a slider. I don't know how he let go of the bat because I shook his hand before the game and he had his batting glove on. Of course, I should know better. Pine tar on it, right? So it was pretty sticky. Yeah. I had to go wash my hand after.
Well, when you go through TSA check, they're going to get you for sticky stuff.
That's right. 10-game suspension.
10-minute suspension.
Here's Mark Vientos. First baseman, right-handed hitter. He just flails at the slider. Blake's got the good one again today. Dodgers off tomorrow. Back at it on Friday night at Dodger Stadium. Walker Buehler will pitch for the Dodgers. The way the weekend rotation is going to go, Buehler, Yamamoto, and Stone, and then Tyler Glasnow has been pushed to Tuesday in Pittsburgh. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mark Vientos. Trinan fires, and he goes with a 2-seam fastball right over the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, bottom of the 7th inning, nobody on. Will Smith with a home run today for the Dodgers to open the scoring. Pitch fouled back, his 2nd homer in as many games. Smith had a double in the 4th, so he had a hand in the 2nd run too, and Andy Pages got a base hit and got him in. Smith has scored 2 of the 3 Dodger runs. And a 1-2 pitch is swung on, popped up. Shallow right center. And coming in is Andy Pages, and he'll make the catch. And there are 2 down. Will Smith will actually lead off in the bottom of the top of the 8th inning. So 2 down. And Starling Marte is the batter. Santo Domingo, the capital city in the Dominican. Now, when replay first came in, it was just for boundary calls, remember? I think it was, 2011? If I'm not mistaken. Pitch is in there for a strike. And it was just for fair, foul, or home runs. So just boundary calls. And the next year they went full replay. And the very first game decided at home plate by replay. Starling Marte was involved. He was with Pittsburgh then. And the pitch. And this one is stroked to right field. That's a base hit. Marte a 2-out single. That's his 2nd single of the afternoon. But there was a play at the plate that would have decided the game. And he was called out. Pirates had challenged it. And then after the challenge, he was ruled safe and they were given the win. It was the first time in Major League history that replay had overturned a play at the plate, and it was Starling Marte that was the player who slid home. Brandon Nimmo is going to come up and pinch hit for Tyrone Taylor. They'll get the left-handed bat off the bench today. Nimmo normally an outfield starter. Nimmo, 215 hitter, 7 homers, and 29 runs banded in. 2 down, bottom of the 7th. Tie game. And Blake Trinan, third base side of the rubber, sets at the belt. He kicks, fires, and it is up high, trying to slider, trying to bring it from outside back in. Who were some of the guys you faced that had the nastiest sliders? Remember?
All of them.
Runner goes, pitch fouled on. It goes back to the backstop. Martell go back to
what makes the slider so difficult? It looks like the fastball. Unless, and you can see it better, I think, in day games. Because you can see the spin of the ball, and that slider will form many times, depending upon how the pitcher's gripping it. A little red dot where the seams are continuous, and it forms what looks like a dot. But again, it's the same arm speed, it's the same angle, and it's normally a late break. And by the time you start to swing is when the ball is moving. It makes it more difficult.
1-1 pitch up high to Nimmo.
Sliders cause a lot of broken bats and sore top hands of hitters. Getting jammed.
Also caused some broken hearts, too. Go to first, and the runner dives back.
And hitters being sent back down to the minor leagues.
A lot of good young hitters can hit the fastball. But then when they start spinning it like that, it's a whole other ballgame. 2-1 from Trinan. And Nimmo looks at it inside. That was a four-seamer. And the count extends to 3 balls and 1 strike to Brandon Nimmo.
Don't leave it out over the plate. Nimmo can extend those arms. Stands a long way from home plate to begin with. He's difficult to jam as a result.
3-1 pitch. Swung out on a ground ball. No, it's a line shot right at Freddie Freeman. A low line driver. He went down and grabbed it. And that will retire the side. No runs.
If you can use some exotic
Top of the 8th inning. Dodgers 3 and the Mets 3. New pitcher for the Mets. It's Adam Ottavino. And the right-hander who blew a save in game 1 of the doubleheader yesterday, facing Will Smith. Smith, then Teoscar Hernandez, and Andy Pages. Ottavino, veteran right-hander, looking in and sending a pitch home, and that's inside ball 1. One ball, no strikes. As Ottavino gets ready to face Will Smith again. Here's a curveball, swung on, hit well to left field. It is going back to the wall. Gone! A home run for Smith. And the Dodgers lead it in the 8th, 4-3. The second home run of the game for Will Smith. And the Dodger catcher has scored 3 of the 4 Dodger runs this afternoon. Ninth home run of the year for Smith, and it was a bomb.
And there was no doubt about it. And with that trip around the diamond, stop by any one of the Daniels Jewelers locations. Just say home run for a free team bracelet, along with a $50 gift card towards any purchase of $99 or more. Daniel Jewelers owned a dream.
Well, how about Smith? He's homered in each of his last 2 games. Second time that Will Smith in his career has had a multi-homer game. 1-0 pitch to Teoscar. And a strike call. So 4-3 Dodger lead now, top of the 8th inning. Adam Ottavino out of the bullpen and promptly gives up the lead for New York. 1-1 pitch. Teoscar waves at a sweeper and misses. 1-2.
I think back a couple of weeks ago, Will Smith all of a sudden was having some difficulty really powering the ball at all. Well, that has certainly changed.
Ottavino ready to go, and he will throw the 1-2 home here. Hernandez fouls it back.
It's one of the frustrating things. We've talked about it before, is that the Dodgers in that series in Cincinnati, really leading into that series to begin with, is that all of a sudden the club was not hitting with consistency we've seen before, which, to be honest, at times the hitting was, well, it looked like it was unconsciously good.
1-2 pitch. Wave and a miss at a changeup, and Teoscar strikes out.
But we're beginning now to see more splits from top to bottom and putting the ball into play and really have a say in what happens in the game.
Jason Hayward getting a chance to hit here. Pages out. Hayward is going to hit for him. Getting the left-handed Hayward out there, and the right-handed Pages back on the bench. Dodgers a 1-run lead now in the 8th inning. What's turned into a bullpen day wasn't the plan, but that's what it turned into. Pitch outside to Hayward. Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, good times. 1-ball, no strike pitch. Hayward looks at a strike, 1-1. Hayward hitting 184. He's got 1 home run, 4 runs batted in. Spent considerable time on the injured list this year. And now is back, feeling healthy. Getting a pinch hit at bat here in the 8th. He'll take another strike, this time with a fastball at 92. Adam Ottavino wears number 0 to replicate the first letter of his last name. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Almost a back foot slider there. Now the Mets are the oldest team by average age in Major League Baseball. You could say, well, they got a lot of veterans. Well, that's true. But they've also got some mileage on them. Pitch is low and in. And Ottavino is one of those guys. 38 years old. Came up with the Cardinals in 2010. Pitch to Hayward. This one's belted to right field and deep. Back toward the wall it goes. It is off the wall. Marte crashes into the wall. Can't get it. Hayward already around second, on his way to third by the time Marte picked it up. A triple for Jason Hayward.
Marte hit that wall pretty hard. There's fencing there. We're talking about the chain link fencing, it appears. It's not a solid wall, but he hit it hard and nonetheless. And a huge run now, 90 feet away from home plate.
Big insurance run. Well, Marte seems to be okay. No worse for the wear now as he's back upright. Gavin Lux is going to come up and pinch hit for Kike Hernandez. So now thinking ahead to the bottom of the inning, Lux will go to second, you'd think. Betts to short, Rojas to third, perhaps. That might be the move. Mets will bring the infield in. Hayward at third, 1 out. And Gavin Lux looking for contact against Ottavino. Gavin hitting 205. Pitch is low and in. What a belt by Hayward. A line drive. Just didn't have the height to get out. It had the strength and the velocity behind it, but did not have the height. One 1-0 to the left-handed hitting Lux. The pitch. He swings and chops it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gavin. A good spot for him. Pinch hitting here in the top of the 8th. Trying to get another run home. Rojas is on deck. 1-1 pitch. Inside, backs him up.
And going to shortstop, playing to pull, and he's about 3, almost 4 feet in on the infield grass.
Two and 1 to Gavin Lux. Leading at third is Hayward. Stretch and a pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Mito for strike 2. Center fielder Bader, not terribly deep, but not very shallow either. Mid-range. Two balls, 2 strikes to Gavin Lux. Ottavino set to throw. And he pours home the 2-2. Lux lets it go. It's a slider down and in. Full count to Lux, 3-2. 23,890 on hand for the matinee on getaway day. 4 o'clock Eastern start. Just getting close to 4 p.m. on the West Coast now. 3-2. Outside ball 4, and Lux draws the walk.
Trying to come in with a breaking ball. He tried to go the back door, and it just never came back in.
Miguel Rojas 2 for 3. Singled his last time up in the 6th, and then got caught betwixt in between. And the Dodgers ended up running themselves into an out, or running themselves out of the inning, literally. But he doubled back in the 2nd inning. Now the Mets going to have a conversation on the mound right now. Trying to figure some things out.
Well, this brings up an interesting situation also, Tim, because if you're thinking of the Dodgers, and Dave Roberts comes out and talks to both Jason Hayward and to Dino Ebel. So Roberts came out of the dugout, went near the third base coaching box. Here's the scenario I was about to bring up. Now, do you A, bunt first pitch, and B, do you send Gavin Lux to second base? Because I doubt if they would throw through, not with a big run just 90 feet away.
The Dodgers have some options here with runners at the corners. Middle infield playing back for 2. Corners are in. Ottavino facing Miguel Rojas. He squares the bunt. He pulls it back. Lux into second with a stolen base.
Yeah, they were not going to throw at all. And it looked like that Rojas was not going to do anything. He was showing bunt, but I'm not certain that's exactly what was happening, at least on that pitch. Maybe on this one.
This draws the infield in again all the way. Runners lead second and third. 1-0 pitch coming to Rojas. He swings, hits a bounding ball into left field, a base hit. Here comes Hayward to score. Lux stops at third, and Miguel Rojas with his 3rd hit of the day. A chopper that bounced and went over the head of Brett Baty, the third baseman. Gets Hayward home, and the Dodgers now lead it 5-3.
How many times have we talked about when you get runners in scoring position, you get a runner at third base, and it changes the defensive alignment where they come in tightly. It reduces their lateral range, and in tightly, you can't go upstairs and get a ball hit over your head either.
So they will make a pitching change. The Mets will replace Adam Ottavino, who in 2 days has had 2 rough outings. He blew a save for the Mets yesterday, gave the Dodgers a win, and now has given the Dodgers the lead here in the 8th inning. A triple, a base hit. Dodgers have runners at the corners, 1 man out. Top of the 8th inning. The score, the Dodgers 5 and the Mets 3.
Welcome to the future, Dickerson. All your trophy muscles are irrelevant.
What are you talking about?
For 46 years, the Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck on the market. But it's not just because it's got brawn. It's got brains, too, and cutting-edge technology.
Fully charged.
Mobile generators, hybrid engines, even wireless charging.
That's great, but I've got both. I'm the whole package.
Humble, too.
Head to your Southern California Ford dealers for great offers on a Ford F-150 truck.
Hey, LA fans, it's Max Muncy. It's time to strike out illegal dumping.
Strike three, you're out.
Dump trash and bulky items on our streets? That's not how we play ball. Be a team player. Call your waste hauler for bulky item pickups. Together, let's knock out illegal dumping out of the park. Remember, if you see it, report it. Call 888-CLEAN-LA, 888-CLEAN-LA, or visit cleanla.com for more info. Brought to you by the County of Los Angeles.
Visit cleanla.com. A message from LA County Public Works.
Sometimes in life, like in baseball, you need a spark off the bench or a late-inning rally to help you win the day. Ito Win's Oi Ocha Unsweetened Green Tea. All natural ingredients, no sugars, no sweeteners, and only 5 calories. Brewed from premium whole tea leaves, sourced straight from Japan. Ito Win Oi Ocha Unsweetened Green Tea. It's the perfect source of caffeine to get you through the day and get the boys in blue through a long season. Amazing and authentic. It's the game-winning hit every time you drink it. Available at your local Daiso stores, Amazon, and itoin.com. That's
Yesterday in game 1 of the doubleheader. Makes his 28th appearance. And he'll face Miguel Vargas. 1 out, runners at the corners. Dodgers up 5-3, top of the 8th inning. Middle infield playing for 2, and the right-hander Lopez throws to third base. It gets away, and Lux is going to stay put, but that will advance Rojas down to second base. So a pickoff attempt at third base. We don't see many of those.
That was orchestrated, and I'm sure that was, hey, look, we're going to try a pickoff. They're just not executed very well because the third baseman was late to the bag and not a good throw.
So that's going to be an error on the pitcher, Lopez, that allows Rojas to get to second base, and now the Mets infield will come in again. To Vargas, takes up high for a ball. It's a really good spot for Miguel Vargas here. He's 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts and a walk. Also scored a run today, but he's got a chance to really help. 1-0 pitch. Fastball in for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Miguel Vargas. Lopez pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Needs the jackknife to get out of the way. Count 2-1. Dodgers have built a 2-run lead, looking to add on. Stretch by Lopez, he's set at the belt, and the Met right-hander's pitch. Foul back to the screen. 2-2 to Vargas. Vargas made a heck of a catch in the 4th inning, taking the extra bases away from Jeff McNeil. He went back to the wall, made a fine over-the-shoulder catch, took the perfect angled route to the baseball. A 2-2 pitch now to Vargas. He swings, rips it down the left field line, hooking, foul. It would have been at least a double in the left field corner, rattling around, but it went half a foot, maybe less, foul. They got around on a changeup that was right down the middle. Middle pitch. Thigh high and over the heart of the plate.
And saying, hit me, yes. And he did.
It had a sign on it. Please hit me. 2-2 the count. Now the pitch again to Vargas. High and away, 3-2. Betts is on deck. And Vargas reaches. You got Betts and then Ohtani coming up, and a lot of traffic on the base paths. Payoff pitch now to Vargas. Swung on and hit well to right. The long run over toward the line for Marte. It's going to drop in for a hit. Lux is going to come in to score. Rounding first and into second is Vargas. Rounding third and scoring is Rojas. And it turns into a 2-run double for Miguel Vargas. And the Dodgers now lead it 7-3.
I'll tell you what, that's just a terrific at-bat right there. He had to fight for every inch of that at-bat. And for some reason, Marte did not even attempt to hit the cutoff man to home. And Dino Ebel came all the way out of the third base coaching box to about 20 feet from home plate, just urging Miguel Rojas to continue around third, and scored as a result of the throw going into second base.
That closes the book on Ottavino. He is responsible for a 4 spot here in the 8th and is on the hook. Now Lopez facing Betts. Pitch goes inside the Mookie. He's able to back out of the way. Vargas at second, still 1 out. 13 hits for the Dodgers. Mookie's average at an even .333. The pitch. That's up and in. 2 balls, no strikes to Betts. Dodgers opening it up some here late. Home run by Will Smith broke the ice here in the 8th inning. 3-3 tie, and then Smith just crushed one 400 feet to left.
The Dodgers have been struggling really with runners in scoring position. 5 for 7 in this game. Talk about efficient.
3-0 pitch down the middle for a strike. That's a good number, right?
Take it all day.
Some days you don't get them, some days
well,
you
put it
do.
this way. On this road trip, the Dodgers came into today with 7 hits with runners in scoring position. Have 5 today.
and then made the club out of spring training. Good year with the Dodgers. Lux bangs one. With a really good play, a diving stop with a backhand to his right, taking a single away from Lux. Good play by McNeil. 2 men down here in the top of the ninth.
Dodgers going to wrap this one up just in time. They're talking about rain about 9:30 local time. It's currently 7:20. Rain coming later. Dodgers could care less.
Miguel Rojas will take a strike. Well, it'd be nice if we could go out to the airport next door, but we can't.
Not going to be the case.
There's reasons for that, but LaGuardia would be nice to hustle up and get out, but then take a little bus ride before getting on the airplane. Oh, check swing roller, swinging bunt down the third base side, and the throw to first is thrown away. That should be a base hit anyway. No error charge. There's no advancement. That'll be a base hit. And for Miguel Rojas, a 4-hit game. He doesn't have too many of those. Rojas is aboard. 2 men out, top of the ninth.
Dodgers with 16 hits, 10 runs.
Turned into a really big day. A 3-3 game until the top of the 8th inning, and then the Dodgers have exploded. Chris Taylor, the batter, his first plate appearance of the afternoon, fouls the first pitch back. Taylor hitting .110. No home runs, 8 runs batted in. Pulled off a safety squeeze with Teoscar Hernandez at third base yesterday to tie the game in game 1 of the doubleheader. Got the bunt down. In fact, it was Adam Ottavino who was the pitcher, and he flubbed it as he went to field it with his glove first, and Taylor takes a strike. Chris got the bunt down, and that enabled Teoscar to come in and tie the game. It's just the 10th time in Rojas's career that he's had 4 hits in a game. Last time he did it was last September 9th in Washington. Or September 10th, I should say. September 10th of last season in Washington, he had a 4-hit game. 4-hit game today for Miguel. The key RBI, too, in the 8th. 3 singles and a double today. 1-2. Taylor takes in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 pitch. Taylor pops this one up, foul ground, first base side. That will make the seats. First row behind the dugout.
For a game that was tied going to the top of the 8th inning has turned into a laugher rapidly.
A lot of Mets fans have headed out to the subway.
And Dodger fans keep getting better and better seats.
Keep moving up. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. Taylor took it over the outside edge. He strikes out. But the Dodgers get a run on a home run by Jason Hayward. 2 hits in the inning, 1 man left. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 10, Mets And 33. Dodgers 14 over. Final line score, the Dodgers 10 runs, 16 hits, no errors, and 8 men left. For the Mets, 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, and 10 men left on base. Blake Trinan gets the win to go to 2-0. Adam Ottavino the loss, 1-2. The longer games we've had this year, 3 hours and 20 minutes, the game time. Played in front of 23,890 at Citi Field. Lots of good stuff today for the Dodgers.
Well, good stuff in the standpoint of 4 different home runs, 2 of them by Will Smith, another 2-run home run by Shohei